Hello and greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Now, whatever time zone you are listening to me from, you're welcome to my broadcast. And you're on to Augustine. And today, I'm here to share another broadcast with everyone that are interested in understanding and standing for the truth. And today, the title of my broadcast is The Truth Must Be Told. That's the title of my broadcast. The truth must be told. Silence is consent. And our community members do not consent. Let me say it again. The truth must be told. Silence is consent. Community members do not consent. Now, before I would begin, if you're tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, I would appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. I would also appreciate it if you can give me a thumbs up. That's social proof, And finally, you can click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you get my notification. Now, let me begin by talking about the meeting that we had yesterday. And the meeting that we had yesterday, the keyword is or was community. And the administration took time to explain what we were going to do as we build communities and we grow our influence into 1 billion members across the world. It was very, very powerful, and I really loved what he said. But then he also made some advice. He gave some very powerful advices. Some of the advices he gave was that broadcasting is supposed to be for those that are working the system. And when you work the system, you come to give broadcast. Your broadcast should be similar to what Bederick has been saying. And then he said that I think documentation beats presentation. I can't remember how he said it, but the bottom line is that when you work, you get results. Now, countries do vary. Different countries, they do vary. And a good number of people from this area or this part of the world, I do not understand what their problems are. I'm talking of those that are from the federal Nigeria precisely. Let me not go into so much details. A good number of people are making good progress, and a good number of people have backed off. Now, the question I ask is, at this point, do you think that TBC is still a scam? For a system to have stayed for over 5 years and it is getting stronger, you tell someone to come into this system, and the people still refuse to come to this system. The question is, why do they refuse to come to this system? That's a question. After everything they've seen and after everything that we've actually shown practically, they still refuse to come to this system. Well, I think there is something with the minds of so many of us over here in Nigeria. And I hope we get that thing corrected as soon as possible, because we are not standing for the truth. And if you are not standing for the truth cannot be overcome. The truth must overcome a lie. And Nigerians are out there and they do not want to make any commitment of any kind. They don't want to be responsible for any kind. They think that they could wake up one morning and then magic money, helicopter money comes in and they become billionaires. It doesn't work like that in reality. Everything in life, you have to pay the price. The title of my broadcast is The Truth Must Be Told. The truth must be told, and silence is consent. There is a whole lot happening now behind the background. A good number of us are aware, but so many of us are silent. I am not in agreement with silence, because silence means you are giving strength to the evil ones. Our present system has dilapidated to the point where it is today, because we have actually said, well, this world is not our own. We have a promising city which is not here. And then we give so much power, influence, and strength to evil ones. And evil ones are getting stronger and they are puffing up and they are not afraid any longer. In fact, they are now pushing to make sure that they deprive us of our own basic human rights. I am not consenting, and I believe that everyone who will watch this video will not consent to such attitude. The administration clearly said in our meeting yesterday, he said a whole lot of wonderful things, and I was privileged to have a tete-a-tete with the administration. But then at some point, a lot of things went on behind the background. So I had to go off because of background noise. But he made a whole lot of sense. So he was actually driving at the point that when you are broadcasting, your broadcast should be very reasonable. It is not informative. Yes, I know that some of the informations I give, in fact, most of my broadcasts are informative. They are not results oriented, but that doesn't mean I haven't made good effort, and I am still making effort. In fact, I've made so much effort to the point where an average man would want to give up. That's how difficult it is for some of us over here. But then there are some other countries that are making excellent progress, the likes of Dubai, the likes of Cameroon. But then this country, look at Cameroon, look at Nigeria. I can tell you that economically, Cameroon and Nigeria is actually much better in comparison. But these people have the heart, because it's very clear that it's about your heart. So many people are greedy. The greed is crazy greed, because you want to actually sow a little. Some people who come in as new members, they just put in a subscription fee for 1 month, and then they get the reward, and then they look at it and compare it to the paper equivalent, and they're like, whoa, I'm now a billionaire. And then they fold their hands and they say, well, when we get to economy phase, I can spend my money. Are you seeing how degenerated their minds are? When you make no effort, you make a subscription fee of 8 grains, $30, and then suddenly you make money of over 500,000 or 500 million, and done all that. And then you're like, whoa, let me just calm down. Is that how reality? Be honest to yourself. Is that how people make success? By just sitting down, making a little commitment, and then boom. Are you also aware that in Bitcoin, people made that kind of sacrifice? But today, are you seeing what is going on in the crypto space? It's heavily manipulated. And only 1% of those who made those sacrifices are those that are enjoying it today. Now, what am I actually driving at? I'm driving at this point now in our community, we are still forming. We are still building into a system that will be able to stand and change the world. But if we sit down and allow the powers that be, we allow the evil ones to come into the forefront and then use control and manipulation to scare the good ones out, well, what's going to happen is that the same thing that happened in the elite system will repeat itself in this system that is building. Yesterday on my broadcast, I said some people paid the price. Some people paid the price by sacrifice. They made what they had to make sure that this thing succeeds. And I am happen to be one of them. And there are a whole lot of people behind the scene that also are making the necessary sacrifice. Before now, I didn't have this level of commitment. But by the day, as I begin to see what's happening behind the scene, I find out that if you keep quiet, then evil will prevail. And I dare to say that I will not allow such to happen. And I think by the grace of God, I am in a vantaged position to make sure that that will not happen. However, if your mind is pure, if your mind is good, if your mind is sincere, if you have a good mind and you have a mind to love, respect, and then uplift other people, I don't think you are going to have any problem with myself, because I am not looking for a position where, I be in charge. No. Let those who are most qualified be in the forefront. Let those who have the most qualified leadership traits be at the forefront. But for me to sit down and allow the whole thing to be manipulated, even when I know that it is not how it ought to be, I wouldn't keep quiet. Now, in the media gives false information. I'm talking of the conventional media we know. They give false information, and when you speak the truth, they censor you. But in this particular area, I don't think they're going to censor this video, because it has nothing to do with their system. It's not in any way contradicting their system. So, of course, they won't censor me. I am talking about what pertains to the Kringle Private Society. But then there are so many people that are going to be in this community who will also watch this video. And if they agree with me and it resonates with their frequency, then good, we build together. And then we make this world a better place at large. And this is the information that I have to give out to each and every one of us. However, as I keep making efforts, and I am making more efforts, and things are moving on, and then products or results are coming, I will also come around. But the thing is this, sometimes I actually prefer playing silence in my success. That's one thing about me. But then the administration has said people should come out and speak so that they can see that TBC is actually making good profits. And I can tell you that very soon I'm going to come out and then speak, and then people will begin to see the profits. At this point, we are building a system and it is life force. Now, this life force system is going to be extremely powerful because we are going to actually return power back to the people. And I want you to understand that if you are willing to do what you're supposed to do, you are also going to succeed. People will see you, people will acknowledge you, people will love you, people will respect you. And I hope that those people who are out there can do what they need to do to be at the very forefront. All right. On that said, I'll quickly share my screen to see the most recent updates in the Kringle Cash. And then after that, I think that will be all. So hold on while I share my screen. Okay. All right. Screen is now being shared. Okay. The most recent update is this. Now, I really do appreciate what the Bederick has done. He has actually shown by leadership. He has actually shown by example that everything is possible. It all lies in the mind. That's exactly what he's saying. Congratulations, Cameroon, for becoming the first. Now, this is beautiful. That's to say, even Ivory Coast, they were not the first to get 1,000 paid members, but Cameroon was the first. That's wonderful. And I really appreciate the wisdom that has been given to God, that has been given to Bederick by God, and then the administration played a very huge role in helping to make this a success. And I also want us to do the part we can. The administration also made a presentation of how the whole thing went yesterday. And I think it was a transparent one. Now, this is the demand that is required of us, which I'm going to read. Now, we need to bring the entire TBC community up to 2,000 to 20,000 paid members. Now, to have the funding to set up this food center. Now, we need to bring the entire TBC community up to 20,000 paid members to have the funding to set up these food subsidy centers. Now, in this 20,000 that we are required to bring, the question I would ask is how many of us are going to have the bulk of it? Because as long as I am concerned, that Bederick and the likes has already brought in 1,000 plus paid members. It is expected that the spread should be even. The spread should be what? Uniform. Now, if Cameroon has brought in 1,000, then Nigeria should be able to bring in 1,000. Then South Africa should be able to bring in 1,000. Dubai should be able to bring 1,000. Bangladesh should be able to bring in 1,000. India, same thing. And then when we sum it up, it should be about 20,000. Now, I really do not know how we are going to get to this 20,000. To be honest, I really do not know how we are going to get to this 20,000. But one thing I know is that at some point we are going to get there. We are getting organized, and food subsidy centers are in view, and the life force are also in view. Now, according to the administration yesterday, he said, if you are not able to make good money, if you are not able to make Bitcoin bounty, how are you sure you are going to manage a $10 million project? Is it $10 million or $20 million? Well, I think it's $10 million. Now, some people are like, let me just be a member in Life Force. I am a very good manager, or I am a very good engineer and all that. Well, you could be an expert in a particular skill. You could be an expert in a particular profession, but it's different from being able to manage resources. It is different from being able to make people understand your vision, buy into your vision, and then build alongside with your vision. That is Bitcoin bounty. So I think if you are an engineer, you are good. Well done. It's a very good one. Whoever you are, well done. It's a very good one. But please also ensure that you are learning the trade of Bitcoin bounty. At least be trying, even though you are not getting it all right, but be trying. Because at some point, the whole world will find out that what we are saying is the truth. And as we stand for the truth and we believe that it is the truth, at some point, we are now going to make success. We are now going to make progress. Now, concluding part of it, which city and country will get the second priority placement? Well, I do not know. Everybody is doing their part. Now, we will need 25,000 paid members. We would need 25,000 paid members. We need just 5,000 more. That's exactly what the admin is saying. We would need 25,000 paid members. Now, just 5,000 more, meaning that we already have 20,000 paid members. I don't know. I don't know. But then I'm hoping that we already have 20,000. In my opinion, yes. Because the administration speaking yesterday, he said that we have reasonable number of people that are trying to make their subscription fee payment. And some are not so regular. But then we are building to make sure that we have regular committed members. And regular committed members learn of the system, grow the system, and then they are getting their Bitcoin bounties. I must tell you the truth. Sincerely speaking, it may vary from country to country, but in some countries, some people's mind are made up. They don't want to do anything and they want to get returns. No, it can't work like that. So the earlier we tell ourselves the truth and then we wake up to start trying to do our part, I think we're going to make some good progress. Something that is going to be certain in this community is that truth and righteousness must prevail. And silence is what? Consent. Whatever thing that is going on in the system, it has to be spoken out. And if silence is actually done, then evil will prevail. And I refuse to allow evil to prevail. This is what I want to stop with today. And I don't think there's any other content that I have to share. Every other thing is still holding. I was thinking that by now, Nigeria would have set up their own 30 numbers in our assembly. But I don't know what the challenge may be. But I believe that it's under full control. In a short while, you are going to see it. So please, I would want us to exercise a bit of patience. All right, on that said, I think I'll be coming your way again, most likely some other time. I may need to attend to a few things in consequent days to come. So cheers and do have a wonderful day. Do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed, and then click on the notification bell so that next time I'm live, you get these notifications. Thank you very much. Cheers and have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye for now.